Hi, good evening, everybody. I see we've got about 13 people on the channel at the moment. Tonight, I'm going to go through a bit of repetition for people that have been with us for a while, but it's to basically show people that are new to us what happens and the way things work. And then I can also answer some questions. If I've got the answers that I can give you correctly, I'll try and answer some questions for you. And I'll be showing some of the new features that we've got in our starter pack, just the upgrades to the old ones. There's always upgrades and improvements. So I'll go through that as well for you people that haven't maybe seen all the changes and see the benefits of where things are going. So I think with that, I'll get straight into it. This is a recorded channel, or at least a recorded session. So for those that view it later, enjoy. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, but I also want to, I'm going to share my screen, but what I want to do is I want to play a clip that I like out of 6 of the songs that I made today. Not just today, last night, I should say. I'm just going to share my screen over here first before we carry on. Yeah, so I just want to show you this this clip. I'd like to put some videos together with this. If anybody else can help me do that, it would be great. I can send you the source. But just to let you listen to this one, this is France's favorite out of the 6. There's 6 of them that you can try. They're all on the knowledge base. You can get to them from there. And I did send a link out today on the groups. But listen to this quickly. It's just a short 2-minute sound clip, and tell me your thoughts on it.
Go in the bus, get Bitcoin wise way. Shop smart, get cash back every day. No fees, no fuss, just pure delight. From fuel to groceries, shining bright. Bitcoin wise, a community so grand. Residual income across the land. No selling, just telling, let the word spread free for a life of abundance for you and for me. Everything standing turns into gain. Merchants to love, easy to stray. Medical utility takeaways too. Cash back for everything, it's all for you. Bitcoin wise, a community so grand. Residual income across the land. No selling, just telling, let the word spread free for a life of abundance for you and for me. Welcome all shoppers with open arms wide. Financial freedom with nothing to hide. Core community, strong and so true. Bitcoin wise living for me and for you. Imagine a life where every purchase pays. Building your future in so many ways. Simple and easy, a dream come alive. With Bitcoin wise, we truly thrive. Bitcoin wise, a community so grand. Residual income across the land. No selling, just telling, let the word spread free for a life of abundance for you and for me. Bitcoin wise, the smart way to shop. Join the community right at the top. Cash back, no debit, a life so sweet. Bitcoin wise, can't be beat.
Okay, so with that, I wanted to go through the starter pack with you. Just a few key points. Okay, so your login is your membership number, which you'll get in your back end, and then your phone number. And then you enter there, and as you've seen, we should have seen by now, you get a video welcome message from Dr. France, and then you get various links to some of the features. Now, what I did is I moved some of these features so that you don't have to go looking for them down there without even logging in. You can get to them here because they are secured anyway. So if we click on that, these are the key features that have been developed by myself. The first one I'm going to go through is the advertising tool, the video advertising for promotions, the done-for-you marketing. So what you do is you click on open the ad tool from here. And here you put in your phone number or your membership number, whichever you know. And it can be either 27 in the number or a 0 in front. And then you select the video that you want to use. And then you click generate the link. And what happens is you then get the video itself over here, which you can play. So you can see what it's about, whether it's the video you would like to use.
Welcome to Bitcoin Wise.
Okay, so I won't go through that right now. But just to show you the way that I use this is that I go into WhatsApp. I'm going to bring it onto my screen now. You can do this from your cell phone as well, but I obviously prefer doing it from the computer because it's just a bit easier. But I'm just getting my WhatsApp screen up quickly to show you how I use it. Okay, so this is sending a message to myself. Okay, so what I normally do is I go here, I right click, and I say I want to take a copy of that screen, that image, and then I go to my WhatsApp and I right click again and I say paste. That then puts that picture over there. You can download it as well if you want to, but I then go and copy the link, which is this over here, and the key here is this number here, which is your membership number. So you copy that, and then you go back to WhatsApp again and you paste that. And then this is what I would send to somebody that shows interest. So in other words, if they respond to an image that you put up, like an advert or something on Facebook, or something you sent out on WhatsApp or wherever you might have sent it, and they want to know more about the business, you literally just send them this, and it looks like this on their screen. Just wait for it to refresh. Tend to find it a little bit slow when I'm on the Zoom meeting and doing this for whatever reason. Come on. Anyway, it basically looks like this. So what it does, it shows you the picture and it shows the link as well. But I'd also like to show you what it looks like without. If you just send the link on its own, I'm actually just going to close this and open it again because sometimes that speeds it up. Just hold on. Okay, so that's what it looks like there. But if you send the link on its own without the image, it then doesn't look as pretty. It basically looks like this. But it still gives the job. It still does the job. And the reason why I say it does the job, what happens is that person on the other end, when they click it, it opens like this. So when it opens like this, they can play the video.
Welcome to Bitcoin Wise.
And as you can see, that's a 3-minute video, which is nice and short and sweet, but it gets their interest and basically suggests that they either have a look at the full presentation, or they can register immediately, or they can contact you directly because it'll have your name over here with your phone number. And if you click here, you've actually got 2 options to choose from. There's Rion's presentation and there's Max's presentation. I'll put both of them there because some people prefer one over the other. This is more of a corporate image that Max does with our corporate presentation. This one I would say is more relaxed, but Rion's got his own ways of saying things that he's very much down the line. Anyway, so that's basically the marketing tool that we've got, and you can obviously choose the multiple videos that are available here. And if you go down here, you'll see the one that says Biz Lead 0 and Biz Lead 1. Those are for business merchants. So they are videos specifically around merchants. So if you listen to those videos, you'll see they're specifically pointing at merchants. Okay, so that's the one thing I wanted to show you. Then the other thing, go back to the tools. I want to go through the rewards calculator. Okay, because I think this is, well, I made some big changes on this today. So the way this works is you've got the starter pack profits. Now, I don't know how familiar everybody is. I think most people understand it. So basically what happens is it starts off fully populated as if you've got a full community with the 11,111 people, including yourselves, and it shows your profit per level. Now, what you can do is you can say, okay, let's say I've only introduced 5 people. By only introducing 5, I can only have a total of 10 times 5, which is a cap of 50 on the second level. And let's say there's only, I don't know, whatever that amount is, you just choose an amount. So that's 33 people sitting on the second level. And on their side, let's pull this right down, say there's nobody on your 4th level, but there's, I don't know, 77 people from those people that have got people. And that gives you a grand total of 985. So the real money, as you'll see in all of this, is down on the 4th level. So that's really where you want to get to. So the sooner you fill up here, or the sooner these people work as well, the sooner you'll get there. Because, like I say, if you've got just that many people on this level, say 76 people, and they end up filling it up, you'll see already that's up to 19,000. And if I take that up, you'll see the bottom now has more space, and you'll take that up and you'll see it goes to 35,000. So obviously the full matrix gives you the full amount, but it doesn't mean you have to get there yourself. It also doesn't mean that if you get your 10 and the people below you don't get theirs, you can still get a good sum of money back on your starter packs, on the profits that we make from the starter packs. But it's a nice calculator for people to see and play with and get a feel for it. And then if you look at the shopping rewards, with the shopping rewards, on a transaction fee of 1.5%, okay, and the company taking the 0.3%, it leaves the rest of us with these values over here. And basically what it means is that on 1,000 Rand spend, we're getting 0.15% for our own shopping, which is only 1.50 Rand. And then on the next level, the direct shopper, we're looking at another 0.15%, which is 15 Rand for the 10 shoppers. And then the next level, as you can see, it's half of that, okay, 0.075. So that's 75 Rand. So that's why I almost say these 3 levels are just there to be filled up so that we can get to this one, because this is the big one. And like I say, even if you take this down to half or whatever it might be, remembering this is a monthly fee that you're looking at. So even if you've got this sitting at a third or half as it grows, and it will just grow momentum because all the other people are going to be introducing other people. So if you look at that with just, I don't even know if that's not even 50%, it's on 4,000. So let's go to about 5,000 over there. So that's about half. So on half, we're looking at 32,000 on 1,000 Rand per person. And like I said, changing it at the bottom here. So changing it at the bottom here does make a difference, but it doesn't impact it as much as at the top over here. Because if there's still 5,000 people there, you can see even with fewer people over here, it doesn't really make a major difference. You're still sitting on a fair amount of money. So it's really this beginning part over here is just to get you there. The market growth shopper is the one that makes you money. And the reason for that is because you're getting 0.6% for all their transactions. So anyway, I'm sure you'll enjoy the calculator. And like I said, it's a very nice tool to show people, to get them enthusiastic about the future, and also the importance of referring other people to it and getting them to the webinars. Because it doesn't take much to get an understanding of how this works and to commit to 350 Rand. And then, of course, to get them to commit to actually use the system. That's probably the biggest key to the whole thing, is to use your Cellbucks wallet every month. And then the other thing I wanted to show you just while we're still here is the knowledge base. Okay, so if you go down here, you see here's the knowledge base. Now, what happens in the knowledge base, for those that are new to it especially, is that you basically have all the information that's grown over time has been added to this knowledge base. So if you just go through it on your own, you can basically pick up the gist of what it's all about. But there's the contact details for support, for example, questions and support board. There's a board where we log all our issues. So if you go here, if you've got suggestions and questions that you want answered that are not urgent, you can always go over here and complete a form, and then somebody will get back to you. However, with that said, I will say that there is a help desk busy being developed at the moment, a support desk, where you'll log calls and get a reference number, and people will get back to you that way. So that should happen fairly soon. They're busy testing at the moment, from what I understood today. Anyway, so that's the support issues, training, frequently asked questions, that sort of thing. It's all over here. And here's some training on understanding Bitcoin wires and understanding sellbacks, and that you'll also find in the starter pack. You have a 90-day challenge that people take up just to get them motivated to get people quicker. How to make purchases with sellbacks or checkers. There's videos of people actually making purchases and the processes of how to do it, both for pick and pay and for checkers. Paying utility bills. We use a merchant called Voucher Warehouse, which deals with checkers, with pick and pay. And Pick and Pay has a facility that we can pay all our utility bills, so we can also use sellbacks for paying utility bills, which is great. It's sort of a once a month commitment for a large amount of money, so that basically puts us on top as far as spending with sellbacks. Yeah, then this is taking you to the referral, the tool video. There's also a link to our Google Drive. And if you click on that, you'll go to all the files and the videos and the presentations and the PDFs and everything else are sitting here, including general images that can be used and marketing material. I think marketing material is behind over here. So if we go to marketing material, yeah, you can find the official flyer and a lot of other enticements that you can send to family and friends. And there's also even some Zulu ones over here, as you can see. So you can look through these in your own time as well, go through them and see what you'd like to use. Yeah, so there's lots of information there. Now then here's a link to the presentations and the history of the presentations. So you can go and if you're looking for an opportunity meeting that you want to find one of the old ones or the previous ones where something was discussed, here's my training videos. So these are all the Zoom meetings that I've had. And then if you go down further over here, the head office updates, you can go through the history of the updates from the 14th of the 8th. And you can watch through them if you really feel bored and you really want something to do. Business presentations, ideas and motivations, useful links and resources, once again, the knowledge base. And searching for merchants in your area. I should have shown you that as over here as well. Let me just go back here again. I didn't go through all the tools. Anyway, so here's sellbacks merchants over here, this one. So if you click on here and you have a look, it gives you a list. This list we got on the 1st of the 9th. So it's up to date up to the 1st of the 9th. There will be more merchants on here. They're just all not displayed at the moment. Unfortunately, the list we got, you can download it here, but it's basically a list of the names of the actual merchants themselves. So when you're looking for a merchant in a specific area, unless it's got the name or the location. So, for example, I'm in Pinetown. So if I look at Pinetown, it'll only pick up the merchants that have got the name Pinetown in the merchant's name. So, for example, Box of Pinetown. But if there's a merchant that is in Pinetown but doesn't have the name Pinetown in their name, unfortunately, you won't necessarily find it unless you look for the specific merchant. So, for example, my company is called Sabre Products. So if I go here, there's Sabre Products. But of course, you don't know where Sabre Products is. It could be anywhere in the country. And that's just the way things are at the moment. They are busy with a cell phone application for sellbacks where they'll have a geofencing map with all the merchants for you. So if you're looking for a hardware store or a doggy parlor or anything specific, you can find the closest one to you that's on Sellbucks so that you can use your Sellbucks at that merchant. So that's on its way as well. But until then, this is what we're living with. But it's a nice thing to use to show people how many merchants there are. And also, if you are looking for a mug and bean, for example, in your area, you can always have a look through here and try and find it. And if you know the name of the store, the actual store itself, a good example as well is Spar, because there are Spar stores, okay? But they're not all the Spar stores. And the reason for that is that Spar head office has gone live with it. And any of the stores that are run by Spar head office are on Sellbucks. However, the franchise stores, which are owned individually, have to each sign up on their own. So they're coming on slowly. So if you look at this list, there are quite a few Spars on here. In fact, if you go to the bottom of the list, it will show you there's 50 on this list in front of us. We're on 50 page at the moment, but it's 171 if you look at the bottom here. So that's quite a few Spar stores that are reflected as on Sellbucks already. So like I say, it's easy to have a look here. So let's see what's in Boksburg, for example. And there you go. That's a list of what's in Boksburg. There's quite a few places in Boksburg, considering it's not that big a city or town. There's 42 in Boksburg. So I hope that helps. Let me just see if there's anything else here I can show you. That's the add tool. This is just your starter pack itself. And this here is the Community Explorer. So let me explain the Community Explorer. Here it's the same thing. You put your ID in here and your phone number in over here, and you enter. And then you get a list of all your paids and unpaids and how many total directs that you've got, how many are unpaid, your total paid clients, and your total earnings that you should have received. And you can expand all and you can collapse all. Now, there was a time when I was reflecting the contact details for each of the people, so you can contact them. But due to people complaining about the Poppy Act or whatever, it's been taken away. I've been told not allowed to give out that information. I feel it's a bit of a pity, and I think if anybody's got an issue with it and I'd like the contact details for everybody, please ask for it. And yeah, it is available, but it's just not available to us for whatever reason. The feeling is that it had to be made very clear to them that the information can be shared with the upline so that they can create groups with those people or help those people or find out how they're doing or find out if they've got unpaids, if they can assist them. So in other words, if you look through and find your unpaid members, maybe you can help the person that introduced them to actually get hold of them and contact them, or you can contact them. But like I say, at the moment, unfortunately, the details are not available unless you contact the head office and ask them if you can have the contact details, I suppose. Yeah, so anyway, but that's a handy tool as well, just to see where your network is going. I think that's everything on this page that I've gone through now. And the rest of the starter pack is basically just other interesting information like the knowledge base and some training. There's also link trees that we've got as well, which I haven't discussed yet. So let me discuss them quickly. There are 2 link trees. Now, link tree was how we started. But we took the link tree away because we needed something that you needed some sort of login security for the starter pack. So instead of having it open like this, which anybody could share, we developed our own link tree, which is basically the starter pack. But this one here is for training. So it's basically taking you through all the different training videos and information and things that a person needs. You just start from the top and work your way down. So that's BECW training. And then the other one that you can give to people that are not in Bitcoin Wise is just Bitcoin Wise, like that. But there is a shortcut that you'll find as well in the starter pack. And this here is just a promo video like the others. And then the business opportunity presentation. It's basically the same thing as from your video advert, which takes them straight there. And then, of course, Max's video presentation link. So every week it's the same number that you use. So every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. you can go here. You can get the link to get onto the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation for members, become a merchant, how that's about, what that's about, and the presentation for merchants, and the link to join the BcoinWise community, and how to register on BcoinWise with a video explaining, and how to register as a merchant, which is also on the same registration process now, and how to pay BcoinWise for your registration fee of the $350. I mean, we all know it, we've all joined already. The available merchants, which is basically back to that list of the merchants, and then the homepage and the Facebook and the YouTube. So that's just general information. Like I say, more information is better than none, but also you don't want to be too overwhelming. That's why I think the short video with the 3 links is probably the best way to go. Anyway, I think with that, I don't know if there's any questions and anybody wants to ask anything, and if I can answer, I will. And if I can't, I'll make a note of it and try and get back to you. And also, if anybody can let me know, even via WhatsApp, the sort of things you'd like me to go through as far as training. I did start some training on the previous webinars on Facebook and advertising and marketing and a few do's and don'ts. But yeah, I'm busy doing tests at the moment with a marketing company. Looking forward to seeing how that goes. We have to do some changes because when it comes to marketing on Facebook and social media, we have to be careful to not say that we're a multi-level marketing company or we've got a pyramid scheme or anything that reflects something that's of negative gesture, because otherwise they block us from advertising. So we've had to keep it simple. And also, we even, between you and me, we even removed BcoinWise, because as soon as you got the name coin in it, they think it's crypto related and they think it's some sort of a scheme with crypto coins or something. So we're not even using the word BcoinWise. I'm basically going in with Sellbucks as the marketing campaign to get people interested so that they can then further on down the line get to the presentations. Anyway, so that's just something interesting about the way advertising works, even online. We get blocked all the time. Anyway, like I said, I'm not sure if there's any other questions, but I'm not going to take too long today, I don't think, because I don't see any hands up.
Thank you, Peter, for all your hard work.
Yes, pleasure.
We really appreciate it.
Sure. You know, I find it difficult to come up with something new every week, but I will try. It's just that I don't always have time to plan ahead. So I also think it's important that the new people come onto the training, because really the training should be how they can find the information, where to find the information, and how to go about using the information to obviously grow our shopping network so that we can all benefit. You know, so that's really what this is about more than anything else. And I think also as an open question answer session for anybody that's got that's unsure about anything. And like I say, if I can help, I will. And if I can't, all I'll do is I'll make a note of it and try and get the answers. So if everybody's happy with that, I'm going to just stop sharing so I can see how many people are still on. I see there's 28 people still on. So if there's no other questions, I'd like to call it a short evening and say thank you for attending and for showing your presence. And I hope it was helpful. And even if you learned something out of that, even something small, I think that's great. So thanks, and I'll see you again next Tuesday. And yeah, look forward to seeing all your prospects at the next MaxCon meeting on Wednesday, tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Cheers for now. Good evening.
Thank you, Peter.
Bye.